within the study, there was a response. It's basically it's a transcript of discussions that were going on there. And Gary Gates, who's a research associate in the Urban Institute, says, while heterosexual marriage and, in fact, heterosexual cohabitation have both received a fair bit of scholarly research attention, the same cannot be said for understanding the dynamics and the characteristics of gay and lesbian couples. Most marriage and cohabitation research does not explore or compare outcomes for same-sex couples. So Greg's point about a prima facie case about the benefits of heterosexual marriage actually has not been made for same-sex couples. We do not know whether, for instance, a child's well-being differs for heterosexual biological parents versus same-sex parents. It has simply never been studied. This person said that marriage has always been a constant and that has never changed over periods of time, and that is most certainly not true. Marriage, used to be an exchange of property, and I was watching a documentary that was talking about through the 1920s and 30s when adolescents started dating, sort of going out on their own dates as opposed to sitting on their parents' front porch under the watchful eye of their parents. They say that historically that every third magazine article was saying this is the end of marriage as we know it. This is the apocalypse. Things are changing, and the whole structure is going to fall apart. And well, it hasn't. So this concept, this concept that marriage has been exactly the same since the beginning of time is completely not true. And this person responded with, there may have been social customs and restrictions put upon marriage and had an evolutionary change to it, but the foundation, one man, one woman, has lasted for 5,000 years, more and more and more. Every world religion as well defines marriage between a man and a woman. Again, I wanted to give a few statistics here. There were approximately, in 2005, there were approximately 2,230,000 marriages in the United States. The divorce rate in 2005 was the lowest since 1970. The states that have the highest divorce rate by 2004-2005 were Nevada, Arkansas, and Wyoming were at the top. Pretty conservative states, especially you look at Arkansas, Wyoming, definitely not a hub for gay activity. So who's responsible for this divorce rate? If this would have been happening in another state that had a lot higher gay population, I guarantee you that the right would be saying this is the result of gay people. This is the influence they have. My final point is that this whole logic to me doesn't make sense. Gays in a society that doesn't recognize unions are kind of seen as rebels or outsiders who shun tradition. And that was the main criticism for years of gay people, is they're a threat to the family because they don't get married, they don't have kids, and they don't commit to each other. So now gay people are wanting into this into this tradition. It's a very conservative tradition. So, and why now their inclusion in this is the reason why they're dangerous. So originally it was that they didn't want to be a part of this. Now that gays want to be included into this tradition, this is the problem. This is the threat. I don't know what the answer is to that. So, so that is basically everything that has. I wanted to address everything this person said in a video. It went on a lot longer than I planned for and rambled quite a bit. So, but if anybody else has any points to address, it's been interesting so far hearing different people's point of view. So far they've been relatively civil with the exception of a few, so I hope to keep it that way. And as always, thanks for listening if you did.